A Liberal refresh with Angus Taylor rolling out a new look shadow cabinet.
This is a team that blends proven experience with the next generation of coalition talent.
It's a major reshuffle from the Susan Lee era that rewards the new leader's backers, led by James Patterson, who goes to the defence portfolio from finance, while Tim Wilson grabs the prize of Treasury spokesman, where he'll take on the high-stakes, high-profile contest against Jim Chalmers.
We need an economic agenda that's very clearly focused on hard work paying off, because that's the basis in which Australians are going to be hopeful about their future. Hope is on the way.
It's clear Angus Taylor has listened to Liberals pushing him to usher in new talent, tapping Conservative Senator Claire Chandler to prosecute the case against rising government debt, an old Liberal argument now in the hands of a millennial finance spokeswoman.
They are sitting on an almost $1 trillion debt bomb with no plan for how they are going to repay that debt. And it will be my generation, Tim's generation, Australians younger than us, that are going to be left repaying this debt.
There was much interest ahead of today's announcement about where Taylor would place right-wing populists Andrew Hastie and Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price. Hastie, who shocked many traditional Liberals last year with nostalgic calls to re-establish the same car-making industry that exited Australia under Tony Abbott's watch, gets the manufacturing portfolio.
Andrew will align our economic and security agendas, ensuring Australia can make more and make more of what we need in our country, on our land, in our borders. He will lead the fight against Labor's net zero tax on Australian manufacturing that's causing investment in our country to dry up and the jobs of hard-working Australians to go offshore.
Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price, whose comments on Indian migrants led to her sidelining by Susan Lee, takes on skills, training and small business, a portfolio that will no doubt bring her in direct contact with many migrant communities that run local ventures.
They are the very essence of a strong community and a strong country in Australia. So Jacinta understands that. She's going to be out talking to small business people, no matter what their background. And I know, because I know Jacinta will, she will engage with them, she will connect with them, and they will love her because she is an extraordinary Australian, an extraordinary human being.
Angus Taylor's main picks, including giving Deputy Jane Hume a hybrid of industrial relations and deregulation, are all about focusing on the economy and the budget, albeit with a fresher, more youthful delivery. Like Tim Wilson, the only Liberal to show what it takes to reclaim a seat from the Teals.
He is a proven fighter against Labor's higher taxes that are making Australians poorer. He and the entire coalition will fight ferociously against Labor's bad taxes, taxes on homes, taxes on superannuation, taxes on our children's future.
Angus Taylor was challenged on the relative youth of his economic team.
I think Jane and I would consider that to be a great compliment. Because I consider myself as part of the economic team as well.
It's Claire and Tim, and Claire and Tim's kids that are going to be the problem, that are going to carry the burden here for the decisions that Jim Chalmers and Katie Gallagher and Anthony Albanese are making today. That's why it's so important to get the right people to hold the government to account.
Fiscal responsibility is one of the fundamental principles of the Liberal Party. In fact, it's one of the reasons I joined the Liberal Party, because I believe in a small government that lives within its means and spends money wisely.
Not everyone will be happy with today's reshuffle. Among the losers, Susan Lee's factional numbers man, Alex Hawke, catapulted to the backbench with Paul Scar, Scott Buchholz and Andrew Wallace.
Unfortunately, not everybody can have a front bench role.
There were some surprises. Taylor's broom sparing some of Lee's closest backers, including Senator Andrew Bragg, who retains housing and picks up environment. And Ted O'Brien, relieved of Treasury for the Foreign Affairs portfolio, where his Chinese language skills will surely come in handy. Taylor also sought to wipe the slate clean on the festering coalition rows that helped cruel Susan Lee's leadership. Waving aside the deal she struck with David Littleproud to sin bin Nationals front benches until the start of March. Instead, 6 Nationals get their jobs back immediately.
Today marks a fresh beginning, an opportunity to put the past behind us and to remember that our historic strength comes through unity.
Finally, just 4 days after tearing down the Liberal Party's first female leader, the new team eager to get the message out that women are a priority.
There are more women in the ministry than there were in the previous parliament, which I think is really important.
The job of all of us is to encourage great women to do that. And I can understand the reticence in the past, but we have to change that. That's our job. And I think that's how we fix the problem. I'm not a believer in quotas, but I am a big believer in encouraging so many great women who are Liberals out there to get more involved with our organisation. And any watching today, please join up. We want more great women in the Liberal Party. Thank you very much.
Terrific.